that your employment with a company or organization is not valid or recognized by the employment law because you do not have a proper agreement or contract for employment? Or have you experienced one of these? Not getting paid on time, not getting off days, and or not getting paid extra for working on public holidays. And the Industrial Relations Act 1967 covers full-time, part-time, temporary and contract employment, and this includes the fixed-term contract of employment. Nevertheless, the Employment Act does not cover casual workers who are engaged occasionally or on an irregular basis as and when needed and whose working hours in 1 week does not exceed 30% of the normal hours of work of a full-time employee in 1 week. Similarly, the home working employees who perform work for an employer within the employee's residence, irrespective of occupation, is not covered by the Employment Act. It appears that quite a number of employers from companies and commercial business entities have been found to have treated their part-time employees unfairly. For example, not paying their employees on time, not giving employees off days, and or not paying their part-time employees extra for working on public holidays. How do we solve these issues? I worked in a company as a part-time promoter. My job was to give away clients' flyers. My working hour depends on the number of flyers I have to give away. They usually assign just 2 promoters to cover a huge area, and I usually get the area with the least crowd. I had to work under the sun, walking around in a huge area. I do not mind working hard to earn some money for me and my family. Paid on time, but for the past few months, every time I ask for payment, my boss starts to give excuses and promises that he will pay me the following month. One day I was very desperate as I am due for many bills, and my mother starts calling me asking for money as we start receiving warning letters for not paying our bills. I promised my mother that I would get paid that day, but when I confronted my boss, he started to give excuses as usual. I then insisted that I need my salary as I have to settle my bills. He then starts threatening me. He said that I can leave anytime I want and he can replace me the next second I quit. As my financial situation is worse and I need this job desperately, I apologized to him and agreed when he said that he will credit my salary the following month. With a lot of bills to settle and my worried mother, I'm clueless on what to do next. I do not know how to fix my situation. Suddenly my friend called and starts to ask about my job. Seems like my mother have shared about my job issues to her. She then suggested me to seek a professional's advice. I then searched on the internet and found out that I can actually lodge a complaint on my boss for not paying me on time. One thing that all the part-time workers must be aware of is that they are not fully protected by the Employment Act, unlike full-time workers. For instance, the Employment Regulations 2010 does not apply to casual employees working employees, nor do they contain any provisions for maternity benefits. According to the Khazanah Research Institute, it is reported that Malaysia is likely to experience a changing pattern in the Malaysian employment landscape as we see more and more school leavers and young adults take up temporary, part-time, casual, and zero-contract work. Another good piece of news of the Employment Regulations 2010 is that it lends more opportunities for the local Malaysians such as university students and retirees to take up part-time jobs. The government has also given permission to civil servants to work part-time after office hours.
The Employment Act 1955, they provide a power to make regulations. So one of the regulations is for employment part-time employees, Regulation 2010. The special of this is to help and to provide the part-time employees with the minimum benefit under the Employment Act. Without that, the benefit under the Employment Act will not be extended to the part-time employees. This regulation is to help the part-time employees to enjoy some of the benefit, the minimum benefit, such as annual leave, the sick leave, the public holiday, and the rest day. And how to calculate the overtime also will be included into the regulation. They are protected by that. So the employer cannot say you are part-time employees, you are not entitled to any benefit. So the benefit is protected under the regulation.